Hi, Nicole. I'm Mary. I'm the caseworker you talked to the other day on the phone. How are you today?
I'm okay.
That's good. So you called another day and we kind of talked a little bit, but before we get started, I just kind of want to make sure that my secretary has kind of went over like our procedures and policies here.
Yeah, she did.
Okay. One thing I just kind of want to emphasize a little more is we're big on confidentiality here. As you know, I'm sure she explained that to you, but what that basically means is anything said in this room will stay between you and I. Unless you kind of say anything that would make me feel like you're planning on harming yourself or someone else, then it stays between us. Other than that, I would, have to report that, but that shouldn't be an issue, I hope. Um, so when we talked on the phone the other day, that's right, you're doing that right? Yeah. Okay. When we talked on the phone the other day, I know you mentioned some things that you were experiencing, some stuff that you were going through. You're pregnant. Could you go into that a little more?
Yeah, well, I'm 19 years old, and I just found out that I'm pregnant again. I already have a 1-year-old. She's a little girl. She's really cute, and I love her to death. But this time when I got pregnant, last time my parents were really mad at me, which I mean I totally understand because they're really strict and stuff. But this time they got even more mad, and they actually kicked me out of the house. So I've just been having trouble because I didn't get to finish high school because I got pregnant, and so I don't really have a good job. And actually, the job I just had, I lost a few days ago, which kind of stinks. But so I just don't really have anywhere to turn right now. I feel like I don't really have a place to stay or any kind of income, and so it's just not a good situation.
Right. So you're experiencing so you seem to be experiencing a lot. You're going through a lot of changes right now. Um. So like you said, you're staying somewhere else. Is that correct? Okay. And your little girl, she's staying with you.
She does sometimes, but I mean that's a lot of trouble for my friends to take care of me and my daughter. So sometimes my parents will take care of her because they still want to take care of her. It's just they're mad at me.
Hmm. You said that your parents are strict, and by that, what do you mean? You said that they're strict, so I don't understand. Could you explain that a little more?
Okay, well they're just like they're really big into church. They go all the time and they believe it all. And like I mean I like to go to church too, but they're just really strict about it. They want everything to be correct and by the Bible and stuff, and so they get mad when people don't do it the right way. And according to them, I didn't do it the right way.
Okay. So having to live up to that is probably something difficult for you.
Definitely.
Okay. Well, whenever you said that, everyone, they're kind of strict on everyone in the home. Who all lives in your home, or in their home?
Okay, well, it was just me and my little sister.
Mhm.
But I mean, now that I'm gone, she's kind of an only child again.
Okay, how old is she?
She's 16.
All right. So you're going through so much. We're just going to kind of break that down a little bit. And you're just going to kind of help me with that if that's okay. Okay. So right now you don't have a job. That's correct. And you're homeless. You're staying just kind of with your friends here and there, and then you're having some issues with your parents. Of those three things, what would you say is the most important that you would want to like first tackle?
I think that probably getting a job because I mean, I would say getting a home, but having a home is kind of useless without having money, you know.
Okay.
So probably getting a job and then getting a home.
Okay. So you seem to have some goals already set out. That's really good. That's something that we'll be doing. The longer you're here, it's kind of setting those goals and hopefully achieving them. So if we get you some resources to get a job, after that, what is kind of your goal? What would you like to see change in your situation?
Well, I would like to be able to live with my daughter again all the time, with both of my children once I have this one. So just kind of live comfortably, kind of by ourselves, without having to rely on other people. That'd be nice.
Okay. How far along are you?
I'm 18 weeks.
Okay. Did you just find out, or have you known that much?
Well, I found out just a few weeks ago, but then I was kind of afraid to tell my parents until last week. That's to make
Okay, so that didn't go over very well.
no.
Okay, and you still seem to be kind of upset about that. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I wish that I could still live with my parents. I wish they weren't mad at me, but I mean, I'm just more concerned about my kids right now. And
Okay, well that's good that you're making them a priority. So, if you're still upset about that and stuff, could you kind of tell me how your relationship before your daughter was born, how it was with your parents?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't super close or anything. I think that it was kind of stressful, I guess, because they expected a lot out of me. But even more than that, I think they were more focused on my little sister than they were on me. So I've kind of always been on my own. Even though I just recently was living on my own, I feel like I've always kind of been alone in the world.
Okay, so what did that kind of that distance between you and your parents? What did that lead to anything?
Well, I think that because I wasn't as close to my parents, I became closer to my friends and eventually my boyfriend, and so I guess ultimately I guess it kind of led me to being pregnant. But I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So maybe your relationship with your parents because it wasn't the best before, and then you started hanging out with your friends and your boyfriend more. You feel like that may have been a reason that you kind of got that attention, and then you ultimately got pregnant and had your little girl. And now, do you feel like that's kind of it repeated itself, and that's how your baby that you're pregnant with now kind of came about?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, once I had my little girl, it just kind of the ignoring me part got worse because everyone loves babies and they'd rather spend time with babies than an 18-year-old. So once that happened, I guess I kind of got pushed even further out of the picture.
Um, well, hopefully we can kind of focus on that issue more too, because if we kind of work on the underlying issue, which in my opinion seems to be the relationship with your parents, then hopefully these other things can get better as far as maybe you can move back to the home with them, or as you said, you would like to live on your own. Maybe they'd be able to help you in that. So if we can kind of get everyone involved, would that be something that you'd be willing
Yeah,
to do?
I would really like that. That'd be nice.
Okay. Well, I'm really glad that you are seeing some of these issues and that you're willing to work towards them. I've kind of done this for a little while, so seeing that in you is really kind of encouraging for me as a caseworker. I'm hoping that we can get further along with this, and I will get you some resources, some places that you can be calling for employment, and kind of places that you can go to fill out applications. Is that still something you
Yeah,
want to
that
do?
sounds really.
Okay. Hopefully if we can be working on that this week, and then next week when I see you, we'll have some good news hopefully, and if not, then we'll just go from there, um, and then eventually work towards getting your own place. So is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
All right. What time next week would work best for you?
I'm really free anytime. Maybe Wednesdays would probably be the best.
Wednesday. Does the afternoon work okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so Wednesday about 2 o'clock. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, I'll see you then. It was really nice to meet you.
Thank you. You too.